What's going on, Brad? This is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So let's take a look at everything you've got going on here. Let me show you what, I wouldn't say what to expect or, just what I found. So first thing I looked up was All Weather Roofing Construction Georgia. So I wanted to find this. This is the GMB/GVP. You have one. That's great. Website, save, call, listing details. There's one thing I am going to say is your number here is different from the number on your website. You want them consistent across the board. Um, I mean, or you're more looking at it as a way to track from each one. But there is a way to track this if you have Google Analytics. There's a line of code you can add to the end of this one where if somebody does click on the website, it will, add that line there so you can track it that way. But, it's okay. Anyway, you do have this over here. You might want to extend that to be a bit more, like closer to 750 characters. And then I did notice this. You are adding, oops, I did not mean to do that, updates every single week or so. Excellent. Very few people do this. This is actually, the more consistent you are on this, the better it is that you're going to do. And that's something I would recommend doing. So you did May 24th, March, April, May, June, 6 days ago. So 2 on the same day, I guess, or maybe 1 on May 25th. Anyway, I would do one every week, 2 every week. It's fine. Keep on doing that. You're doing a good job with it. You have 22 Google reviews. Push yourself to 25. So get 3 more, and then consistently get 3 more every single month. And make sure you're responding to them. But you're doing really well. Let's take a look at your website. So I did take a look at it before. Again, this number is different than the number you have over there. Plus, this is not a click to call, so you definitely want people to just be able to click on this and it working. Finance today, sure, nothing wrong with that. About us, services, areas we serve. So I did like how your services are drop-down menu. I did not mean to click on that, and I think I did. You have a gallery and contact us. Okay, it already moved it to services. That's fine. Connect with our team. Why is there a line through that? Anyway, good job, good job. This is good. What do you want to do? Metal roofs, new construction, excellent. And you don't even have an ability to put something in there. That's great. All right, so good job on everything so far. You have a little bit of content in here. The one thing I'm going to say is your content. You have everything created as you want it and as you should. So I'm very impressed. I'm very happy about that as well. The only thing I would say is that there's a couple things you would want to fix. You want this is, like I said, a click call. This is great. You might want to also add zip code where they live. So if they give you a zip code, they would feel more comfortable doing that than giving you a full address. And then finally, you would want to add more content. And the reason you want to add more content is simply for keywords, which I'm going to explain in a second. So I'm using a tool called Ahrefs that lets me know how Google kind of looks at you. And it gives you me an analytical way to look at your website and see what improvements can be done. So a UR rating is how strong your website is. DR rating is how much Google trusts you. And that all runs on backlinks. Now, a backlink is where you have your website linked somewhere else, like on the internet, where somebody can click on it. Referring domains is the unique domains that return to you. So theoretically, you can have like 10 backlinks here, and they all lead to the same place, and then it all comes from one website. So these are the unique ones, and we want strong referring domains. Then you do have 8 organic keywords. Now, again, a keyword is what somebody might put into Google to find you. So we have to start thinking about what the client is looking for and what they're going to type into Google to find you. Metal roofing is obscure, but roofing isn't. So if you put metal roofing is this, that's fine, because Google does an association game. But let me show you the keywords you do have. So the 2 things we want to look for is obviously what the keyword is. We want a service and we want a location in one. So this is perfect. Metal roofing, Macon, Georgia, right? So that's a service of metal roofing, and it's in a location of Macon, Georgia. When people are looking for something to buy, they are very, very specific, and they go toward the location, and they also go toward the service they're looking for. So this is almost perfect. Unfortunately, there's only 20 people a month searching for that. You don't have any traffic because you're in position number 35. So that's not the best position. You want to be in the top 3, relatively top 6. The more expensive the job, top 10 is even good as well, because we know people are searching for the best deal. They're very lazy in their search, but they're still searching. So the rest of the stuff you have isn't the greatest keywords. This one's good. Macon Roofer, Georgia. Sorry, roofers, Macon, Georgia. Middle Georgia roofing. I don't know if middle is an area, but you get the idea. Let me show you what happens when I put in just simply roofing installation, Macon, Georgia, because that I tried putting Cotran in, and unfortunately, no one has any direct links there simply because it's probably small. So let's go to Macon as the next biggest thing. So Honest Abe Roofing is the first one, but as you can see, that's not where they're located. They're located somewhere else because they have their Honest Abe Roofing and then Macon, Georgia as in someplace different. Now this is the GMB. You definitely want to be in here. So that's getting this all the way to the top 3. 30 to 40% of all people searching for anything will click on one of these 3 guys. So you definitely want to start pushing that up. Most of it's keep doing what you're doing, but a lot of it would have to do with there is another aspect of backlinking that you would want to get into. And then this is your organic search. Everyone else is just going to go here. You're going to look at your top three typically. So blandroofinggeorgia.com is going to be your number one person in the area. Now, the services, they also have a drop-down menu. They have a call, which is a click to call, as you can see. Request a free quote for the people who don't like talking on the phone. And it says where they service. Personally, I would have it as a different area, like not a different area. I would have it as more of a separate page. One thing I can't stand is how this follows me down. But anyway, as you can see, they do have a lot of stuff going on over here. They have videos. They don't have a ton of content, but they've been open for 40 years. So that, if they've had this for that long, it's going to contribute to it. But let me show you what they are on the back end. So there's nothing, they don't have a dynamic website, but they have enough going on over there. They have a UR of 12, DR of 2. So yeah, they're not doing too great. But again, this isn't a bigger, this may not be a big area. They have 42 backlinks. And also, one last thing is the keyword I put in is roofing installation Macon, Georgia. They might be top for that, but they might not be top for 10 other keywords that are much more, that are, I wouldn't say better, but more powerful. 42 backlinks, 15 referring domains, nothing crazy over here, and 38 organic keywords. So let me show you what his organic keywords is. Bland roofing, don't care much for that one. This one I do. Roofing companies Macon, Georgia, 20 people a month showing for that. He's getting 2, so roughly 10% because he is in position 5. When you're in positions 1, 2, and 3, you'll get anywhere from 15 to 30% of all people searching. But as you can see, most of the stuff he has, I don't know even, redecking. I don't even know if anyone types that in. I guess 40 people a month do. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of his stuff is with a service and a location, and he's not pulling a ton of traffic for it, but he is pulling some traffic over here. Now, if you get into a larger area, then there would be a lot more traffic for these different things, and that might be what it is. This might be his homepage, and he might have another location that he also services, because I think Macon is smack in the middle of Columbus, Augusta, and I don't know the last one. But anyway, you get my point. So how does this really help you out over here, Brad? If you really wanted to do anything, I'd say leave your website as is. If you wanted to start focusing on other locations, then yeah, you can add to the area we serve as a drop-down menu for those specific locations. And then you would want to get some, the only thing I'd say to do, and well, not the only thing, the main thing to do is to add content. You need more content so you can get more keywords in there. There has to be a ratio of content to keywords. Otherwise, Google will just look at you and, kind of ignore you if everything you have is just random keywords. So you need relevant content with relevant keywords, and then finally you got to update your backlinks. We need to get more in here, and that would be looking at your competitors, seeing how much they have, so you can kind of compete with them on that end, and then you're pretty much good to go. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but it should. It's a nice start to what you need to do. So keep focusing on that GMP. Don't stop posting updates for it. And as far as everything else goes, keep doing what you're doing, and you are on the way. Anyway, if you have any questions about this, Brad, let me know. Other than that, you have an amazing day. Bye.